this with you guys real quickly, and it's part of a much longer set, which our students will be editing down, adding graphics, making it look nice, and then we'll be posting it on the web. So here is John Paul.
+2. You can find that on all streaming services. Got a nice dobro solo from Mr. Mark Lavengood. Drew Hale helped out on production on that, and a couple of songs on EP. So it's nice to have friends who help you out and that kind of stuff. All right, everybody. You got me on mic? There we go. Hey, what's up, everybody? Give it up one more time for John Richard Paul. Thank you, my friend. That was beautiful. You can get +2 on all streaming services. We're talking the Spotify. We're talking the Apple Music. We're talking the Xbox Live Sound and the. Oh yeah, I'm there. All right, fantastic. Thank you again, my friend. And your website is johnrichardpaul.com. That's correct. All right, fantastic. Check them out. I'm gonna play a couple of your tracks. If you can hook me up with a demo or something, I'm over at WNMC, so I'll play something for you next Tuesday night. Sounds good. Oh yeah, one more time. Give it up for John Richard Paul. Thanks, everybody. All right, again, I am Doc DPC, and you are listening to our live stream from Founders Hall at the NMC College. You can find us at Sound Bytes at NMC Audio Tech on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. Thank you to the crew. You guys are amazing. Thank you to the audience. You guys are amazing. Join us next Wednesday, February 9th, 2022, for Matthew V. Now, I haven't done my background on this, but I'm wondering, based on his name, do you know him, John Richard Paul? He's Matthew. No, you didn't travel with the disciples? No? All right, well, we'll figure that out. Thank you again so much for joining us, and stay safe out there. Wear a mask, get vaccinated. We love you very much. Peace. We out.
He's good at the tasteful Zoom. So there we are. That was what, our 4th Sound Bytes since the beginning of the year. But it was a really good one to kick things off. So yeah, I mean, that gives you an idea of what we're going to be building upon. Doc do a intro and an outro. The intro, unfortunately, did not get live streamed. There were a couple issues, but that'll be fixed in the edit. But we're trying out some new things, and these students really are knocking it out of the park as far as what they're able to put together. So, moving on then, we have a final project from the fall that was put together by our very own Jeff Norman Anderson here.
You might want to plug your computer in. You think it'll be fine?
I'm just going to live on the edge today.
Okay. Okay. This was my digital audio one final project. This was an original composition. It was one of, I think, 3 that were due within a 2-week period. So there was a decent amount of panic behind the motivation for this one. I'm not that much of a composer. I'm much more of a sort of instrumentals player. I hadn't messed around with composition that much before this last semester. But what I found for my project is that what gets me in usually is like a sound, some sort of sound or vibe that I can shoot for. And I think on this track I was really benefited from the fact that I had a bunch of new things that I hadn't really messed around with before. I had just set up a guitar pedal board. I just gotten a couple new guitars and some soft synths and such. And I think that really, like, if I think of like what I'm most proud of on this project, it is mostly like being able to make, this particular thing sounds great. Like if I think about it, there should be, Brady, this, when I submitted this had arrangement markers on it. Do you know how I can get those back up?
It's a global.
Thank you. So for example, this drum break here where I was able to do some heavy processing on a drummer track. And then kind of back into a chord section there. Or the way the specific pedal setup that I got for this little guitar fill that I put on, that would be about, what did I put down? I also haven't looked at this project since I submitted it, so bear with me. I'm trying to remember where half this stuff is. Yeah, here. The Telecaster little fill I played here. Oh, and this was also the first time I'd really a lot of times I'm used to kind of direct plugging in my guitars and basses. On the guitar on this, I actually did almost everything mic'd off an actual amp. And I think that kind of really helped me nail what I was specifically looking for sound-wise a lot more. There's also like a decent amount of experimentation. There are some muted tracks in here, as you can see, and this is just stuff that I was like, I didn't know if this was how this was gonna sound. So for example, this Strat, I tried the same thing, but in 2 completely different pickup positions, and picked the one that I went with, that I liked more. That's kind of how I'm oriented, I guess. Like, the composition, I have some issues with it. I think there's some places where it could segue a little bit better. But I think where I'm most in my element is trying to figure out the sound of things. Am I happy with how this sounds, not how it actually progresses? I don't know if we have time for that.
Well, just get it started.
Okay. Yeah.
I like the build up.
Yeah. Yeah, I had a very live, I was thinking very live performance-wise when I did this, which is why I have this thing. Oh, wait, did I? Okay.
Jeff. Yeah, this is, this is an example of what our students spend a lot of their, especially their first semester doing, is arranging recorded tracks using the various tools and resources that a program like Logic Pro will offer you, from the drummer tracks to the different guitar emulations. It's really can do a lot. You can do it all, sitting in your bedroom or just in one of the practice rooms here.
Yeah, this was primarily done either in my basement or at Suite C down the hall there.
Cool. Yeah, yeah. And again, that was in the middle of what? 3 or 4 other compositions you were put together. So, we really, really feet to the fire there as far as getting you used to using the software. All right, so thank you, Jeff. So this next project that I'm going to show you is actually from last year, but this is always one of my favorite projects that students will do during their entire time here. It's a group project, and it's a group project for audio post-production, so that's sound for film and TV. And what students will do in my Studio 3 class is they'll pick a, I guess 2 to 3 minute long film clip and, get it however they need to get it, remove all the sound, right, using Pro Tools, and then replace all the sound using, their own devices, right? So they re-record the dialogue, they create, they do Foley, which is creating sound effects specifically for the scene, so you act out the sound effects in real time while you're watching the scene. And this group last year, Amanda was in this group along with 3 other students, and this was a particularly good one. So some of you may have seen this already, but I know none of our first year students have, so you have this to look forward to. So this is a scene from a movie called Superhero Movie, starring Tracy Morgan.
My name is Professor Xavier, and this is my school. I started it to help people with special talents like yours. Our students here learn to harness their incredible talents and use them to advance the common good. Here we have children who can walk through walls. We have children who think they can walk through walls. Some faces may be familiar, like Wolverine. Other mutants you probably didn't know existed, like Sneezo. Most of us students are born with their powers. Some, like you, gain them later in life.
Oh, is that?
Yes, it is. When he came to this school, he weighed 130 pounds. Taking off roids, you can do anything. Back up off those pills, Barry!
Why have you brought me here?
Because you have the potential to be the best.
But I can't even fly.
Once you understand the true nature of heroism, you will fly. But first, I must teach you the secret to becoming a superhero. Hey, Storm, you look like you're putting on a little weight.
So, Professor, about this secret.
Well, you see...
Xavier!
Ah, shit!
Well, you would explain why I found her hiding in your closet?
But Pumpkin, I don't see nobody.
Oh, you don't?
And that's about all we're going to show that one. I forgot there was a shorter version that I had truncated there. That's the full director's cut right there. You can see me afterwards if you want to see that one. Yeah, I mean, every sound that you heard was something that was recorded and placed in the session by students. So there's a lot of really good attention to detail, right? So, for example, when they go inside, the background changes, the ambiance changes. You can hear the whirring of his, what was it? He's riding around on.
The toilet?
Well, before the toilet, he's on one of the Segway. That's what it is. Yeah, so you can hear it whirring, and then it stops when he stops, even though the camera's on a different shot. And then, didn't you guys even record in the bathroom
Yep,
flushing the toilet?
that's the toilet.
Yeah,
down
so it's
below.
all authentic. Yeah. And what kind of stuff did you use to create, I guess, the large effects? So now like the Sneezo's head exploder.
I'm not sure about that one. We teamed up, so we actually took different components, and I had a really great team on this project, so it was super fun. But like when the arm slides out, we used a eraser on the carpet and like swiped it to make that sound. And then the kick, that was vegetables or celery or something. Crunch. When the person hit the wall, we threw a backpack at the wall and recorded that. And you have to watch the video and time it correctly, so it takes a few tries, but Foley is really fun.
Yeah. So I get really excited for this audio post-production stuff because, it opens up a whole new world. A lot of students have never even heard of Foley before they do something like this. So, you guys have that to look forward to, first year students. But yeah, so moving on, we're actually going to have Amanda play an original song here. So she's going to play her song, and then we're going to pull up a session with the song having been recorded with a more fleshed out arrangement.
Are you, this is shocking microphone here. Are you able to find that session again? I noticed you closed it.
Yeah, I'm going to.
Just let me know. So I want to talk a little bit about my songwriting process. I consider myself to be a songwriter, and it's really, I just find it fascinating, and it's really fun. I know songwriters take different approaches when they write. For me, I look for a sound, which I think you heard, is it Jeffrey talking about earlier? Yeah. So it's all about that sound. So, I'm playing around with my ukulele, feeling like I kind of like this D minor chord, right? But what happens if I change the voicing and add this A to it? I just really like that voicing. So then, okay, what happens if you finger pick it? So I really like that. And then I started to develop a song from that. So I'll sing a little bit of it and then talk some more about the session we have up there. This song is called My Song. If you know how to save my soul, tell it to me straight. I've gotta know, I've gotta go, find my own way, guided by a moonlit sky. Find out why we live to die. When I'm gone, is it done? For how long will you sing my song? Right, so you get the idea. It goes on. Thanks. So for my Audio 100 class, I got to go to Professor Nemestow's studio and do some recording, and I thought it would be really fun to try to take that tune and play it in a little bit different style, more of like a pop rock thing. The production initially, what I think you might call pre-production, was a little bit tricky. We weren't sure how to turn it into a rock song. But I had a friend of mine sit down at the drum kit one day, and he just did with the kick drum, just like a heartbeat. And then it was like a light bulb. It was like, okay, now we know what to do. It makes perfect sense. It fits. And I put some distortion on the ukulele and experimented a little bit. Yeah, so if you want to play some of it.
From the beginning?
Yeah. If you know how to save my soul, tell it to me straight. I've gotta know, I've gotta go on my own way. Guided by a moonlit sky, find out why we live to die. When I'm gone, is it done? For how long will you sing my song? I read the books, I paid my dues, been down a dusty road, been working for what I thought was good. How am I to know? Guided by a moonlit sky, find out why we live to die. When I'm gone, is it done? For how long will you sing Yeah, so you might hear the bass part's really busy. I encourage that because I didn't have a lead guitar player to fill up that space, which was my original intention. But I think with the whole process is an experiment, and I'm learning new techniques with mixing. One of the things I did do, this one is basically like you could say live in the studio. It was just one take. But I did do an overdub vocal at home. And I don't, I imagine I wasn't very happy with the sound of it because I see a lot of processing there. One thing I tried was copying the track, panning the two vocal tracks apart a little bit, and then putting different effects, which I think some people say that can cause phase issues if you copy a track directly like that. But I don't know. It was fun to experiment with. I consider this mix to be unfinished. I do think that when you're mixing, it's easier to do other people's music because you might be a little less critical or a little more forgiving. For me, it's like I just want it to be the best it can be, so it's hard to stop and just say, okay, it's done. But I really enjoy mixing. I find this a similar sort of satisfaction that I get when writing because it's the idea of you have something that you're hearing in your head and then finding a way to realize it and make it real. So that's my song. Thank you. And up next.
All right, yeah, next, last but not least, we have very own Skye Martin. We're going to be performing one of the songs from her demo, and it's a song that, did you guys write it last semester? Did you have it?
Can I talk up here?
Yeah, yeah.
Cool. So yeah, I'm Skye Martin. We're gonna be doing a song called "Sweeter Than Candy" from my EP that's coming up. It comes out on Valentine's Day. It's called "Lovesick," and let's see. This song was kind of a collaborative project with Sam Briggs and Ty Peterson. We have our own little group. We call ourselves P5, like perfect fifth, because we're music kids like that. The process of this song is actually almost like the complete opposite of Amanda's, because Sam actually produced and composed the instrumental for this piece using samples that he found online, and FL Studio, which is basically like the software that you've been seeing up on the screen. It's just different software. And he wrote the hook of this song, Sweeter Than Candy, and he approached me and he was like, hey, Skye, I think you'd sound great on this. And so, a few sessions in the studio, I wrote the rest of it. Ty was there for some of it, so he's got a few creds on the lyrics. And then, let's see, Brady asked if I'd do it at the Convocation, and so Sam got a lead sheet made up for Mr. David Chown, who'll be on keys, Riff and Tiff on bass, my good friend Jonah on drums, and of course everyone knows Brady, the advisor of the program. That's my spiel about my song, and I think we're going to do it for you. Must be dreaming. Oh, this feeling got me mesmerized. I can't decide what to say to you. I love you more. I must be dreaming. I love you more. Thank you.
And thanks everyone for attending today. Hope to see all of you again very soon. Music folks are right down the way here, so come on over, record, do whatever you guys need to do over here. This is, it's a loving, warm community over here, so come on over. Any questions? Anything anyone wants to add?
Stream Lovesick everywhere. February 14th, Valentine's Day. I am Skye Lee, Skyelee.